Hello and welcome to the very first ever episode of the eLearning podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're really excited to share with you all sorts of insights, analysis, advice and commentary on the wonderful world of online learning and the education sector as a whole. Over the coming weeks and months, we will be inviting various special guests with expertise in their field and hearing their views on a number of exciting, current and sometimes controversial subjects. My name is Vasco, I'm the marketing manager here at Laser, and I'm joined by my colleague and co-host Vivette, who is a director at Laser and has over 25 years of experience in early years, childcare, assessment and internal quality assurance, as well as supporting international training centres and writing learning resources.
Hi Vasco, and hello to everyone listening. That was a lovely introduction, but now it's time to get stuck into our first topic.
Absolutely. Some of you may be listening to this whilst driving or multitasking in some other way, and we'd like to keep the episodes fairly short and to the point.
Yes, and please do email us with your feedback if you think the episodes are either too short or too long, and we will take this into account when recording our future podcasts. So Vasco, what is the theme for our opening episode?
Well, we are living in unusual times, but there is now light at the end of the tunnel, and with lockdown restrictions being eased, I thought we could quickly explore the impact of online learning during lockdown, and also our vision of how this fits in once we return to normality and all restrictions are lifted.
Okay, well let's start with the impact during lockdown. When many businesses, including colleges and training centres, closed down during the pandemic, the power of online learning was finally given the spotlight it deserved. Businesses who were using a blended learning approach and had a strong e-learning strategy already in place were able to seamlessly continue the delivery of learning resources, assessment and feedback for their learners. They were also able to carry out most of this at a time to suit themselves. And of course, that was a good thing because some of them were homeschooling as well. Likewise, learners who were familiar with such platforms were able to continue working towards their qualifications without having to learn a brand new system or change what they were previously doing, but what was a very challenging time for them.
And what about those who were entirely paper-based?
Well, we've actually worked over the years with a lot of wonderful training providers and assessors who were paper-based because they enjoyed the face-to-face interaction with their learners, but were equally very receptive to migrating to an online system when the necessity arose. They of course had to use web calls and phones for the personal conversations, but quickly adapted to using feedback boxes and so on for the general assessment feedback and work plans, many realising that online offered a lot more flexibility and efficiency. Every month we're supporting more and more such businesses who want the best for their learners and are considering these effective and efficient methods of training alongside contributing to a better environment and also a better work-life balance.
Definitely. The ability to learn online, I think, from any device, whether laptop, mobile or tablet, while still having access to your assessor, being able to track progress in a visual way, submit work, receive feedback and have full flexibility and control sounds so appealing. But what about those individuals who are already qualified and were furloughed or even lost their job during lockdown?
Lockdown, whilst very difficult for some, has been a blessing in disguise for others. They had time to learn new things and be the lifelong learners they desired to be. Continuous professional development has risen in popularity as many individuals sought out short courses to top up their skills in an existing area or to learn something in a field that complements their existing skill set.
When you say a blessing in disguise, what do you mean?
Well, I say that because a lot of people are understandably very busy with their work and their lives to necessarily think about continuing to learn when they already have a qualification and are satisfied with their career. However, when the world stood still during the pandemic, many people suddenly had more free time and also motivation to learn new skills so that they remain valuable from a job retention perspective or to be competitive in the marketplace if seeking new opportunities.
I suppose one of the key takeaways here then is that learning should never stop and is a lifelong journey.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. Staying current with your occupational competence is not just a luxury, it is also a requirement, especially for those in assessment and education.
And Vivette, what are your thoughts on life after lockdown from an e-learning perspective?
Well, I think what the pandemic has done is highlight the benefits and advantages of online learning, which totally makes sense, not just during the extreme circumstances of a pandemic, but also in a normal world. Many businesses have had the opportunity to pilot test this approach to learning and have seen its benefits, enjoyed it even, and now have no intention of reverting to a fully paper-based system again. I think the education sector is in a healthy place, and I'm really pleased to see e-learning and e-portfolios receiving the praise and recognition that they deserve. Suddenly, experts are in your living room at a time when you are available and ready to learn.
Definitely, and also CPD short courses, let's not forget, will continue to grow in popularity as more and more people seek to upgrade their knowledge and skills.
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
Well, I think that concludes our first ever podcast, and if I may just give a shameless plug, please do visit our brand new website at www.lasersys.co.uk. That's lasersys.co.uk, where we have more information about our award-winning e-portfolio, digital learning resources, and CPD short courses.
Yes, and if you have any feedback on this podcast or have any questions you want answered or future topics that you want covered, we'd love to hear from you. Drop us an email on info@lasersys.co.uk or contact us via the contact form on our website.
Thanks, Vivette. See you all on the next episode.